It's not coming home. It's not coming home, guys. Oh, man. Look, first of all, I really wanted England to win the World Cup, of course. Did I actually believe we would do it? Maybe not. But do you know what? We've done ourselves proud. Fantastic tournament. We've played very, very well. But ultimately, when we came up against our first real proper test, we haven't been able to get over the line, which is really disappointing. Now, I'm going to break this video up. And sorry if I ramble. Sorry if it's negative, but we're out of the World Cup. It sucks. But first of all, congratulate the winner, France. Did absolutely nothing wrong today. I think they were very aggressive, maybe overly aggressive in some tackles, and the referee wasn't giving them whatever, but they were absolutely faultless at times tonight. Defensively, really sound. Griezmann was, for me, I mean, he's got man of the match here, but I would have given it to him. Even if that said he had a 4 out of 10, genuinely was pulling the strings everywhere. We just couldn't keep Griezmann quiet. We seem to be so focused on Mbappe. And to be fair, we kept Mbappe relatively quiet, but France, I mean, it's not like they didn't deserve to go through. I think what we can say is France go through and well done to them, but I don't think England deserved to lose or get knocked out. It's just one of those games of football. This happens week in, week out across the world. You don't win every game. Even if you play really well, you're sometimes going to lose. And that's unfortunately what's happened today. But full credit to France, holders of the World Cup last time around, of course. And do you know what? They're probably going to win it again. Let's be honest, that they're going to beat Morocco. What an opportunity that was for England, by the way. And I'm not disrespecting Morocco, but it has to go down as one of the easier semi-finals you're going to get. And well done to Morocco. I'm going to be rooting for them. Incredible. I mean, they've made history. The first African nation to get to a semi-final, which is remarkable. But France are going to beat them. And I think they're going to face Argentina in the final. And I think they'll probably go on to win it. So, yeah, let's talk about what happened. First of all, no problems with Southgate going into this game with his selection. I thought the first team selection was absolutely fine. I think I was actually a little bit worried he'd change it up because of Mbappe. Maybe we'd go to 3 centre-backs and wing-backs. Maybe we'd double mark up. But no, he went with the 4-3-3. My only slight annoyance, could you call it slight annoyance? I don't know. Maybe not slight annoyance, but it's the timings of substitutions. We'll get on to the actual substitutions themselves, which were, yeah. But the timings of some of these subs, Grealish, for example, coming on 2 minutes before the end of the game. 2 minutes. He got, 3 minutes. Like, come on, man. But, you know, this isn't going to be a video just taking a huge dump on Southgate, because I am actually very much 50-50 with Southgate over the last few years, specifically since the Euros. I don't think he deserved to be fired after the Euros. I always said, give him the World Cup and then he'll go. And I'm still very much a believer of that. He will go now. I don't think he'll walk, because thinking about it logically, he's still got 2 years left on his contract. And that's a lot of money that he would miss out on. So I think it'll be an amicable thing, but I think he's going to be asked to leave. I hope so anyway, because we do need something different. In terms of managing games, he's just not... He's not good enough, Southgate. He isn't. He isn't good enough at managing the games. I said it was a slight annoyance with the timings of substitutions, but the actual substitutions are barbaric. War crimes. How can you take off Saka unless it comes out that Saka was feeling a slight injury, a bit uncomfortable, whatever? There is no way you're putting Sterling on the right wing, which, by the way, Sterling was... for me, he's the better option on that left side than on the right side. You've got Foden, who was struggling in this game. Put Sterling on the left side and keep Saka in play, because he was our only player really getting things going. Saka was unbelievable tonight. But he's put on Sterling, who, by the way, had a tragedy with his family this week. They got held at gunpoint. Or I'm not quite sure what the whole story is, but armed people robbed his wife and kids' house while he's in Qatar. Scary. He's flown back. Of course he has. Anyone would do that. And then he's flown all the way back once it's resolved. And he hasn't been training. Why are you throwing on Sterling? Makes no sense. I mean, worst case, maybe you put on Grealish then. Down that left side. Take Foden off. Makes no sense to me. Bringing on Mason Mount. Okay, he won the penalty, which Kane went on to miss. And no, I'm not going to dig out Harry Kane for missing the penalty. It really does happen. What I will say is, though, obviously I'm not hoping he gets abused, but what we saw at the end of the Euros with Saka, Rashford and Sancho, I think it was, and the abuse was disgusting. The racism. Now, Kane isn't going to receive a tenth of that, and that says a lot about the state of football and the online abuse. It's horrific. Yes, he missed his penalty. He scored previously, but yeah, bad. It's bad. It's a bad moment. It was an awful penalty. I don't know. I don't know what to say other than I truly believe the subs were wrong, the timings were wrong, but the setup, the tactics were fine. I actually think we played a very decent game. What did we do wrong? What did the England team do wrong today? I can't pick out one single player that didn't perform. Pickford made huge saves. Walker did very well against Mbappe with Henderson helping out as well. Stones and Maguire, solid. Shaw, quiet, but did okay. Bellingham, Rice, class. Rice was absolutely class today. Foden was quiet, had a tough game, but he wasn't bad. Kane obviously had moments, missed his penalty, and that's a real downer. And Saka was incredible. I'm sorry, I'm not going to blame the team. And I'm not going to blame Southgate and say, we're out of the World Cup because of him. I think ultimately we have to look at the referee. The officiating today was laughable at times. And the fact that France have scored 2 fantastic goals and they've won the game because of it. I think when you add up the bad refereeing decisions, the oddly timed and poor changes that Southgate made, and 2 brilliant team goals from France, and the first goal from Tchouaméni, yes, it was a free kick, but it's about 45 seconds on. There's plenty of time to get tackles in, blocks, whatever. And Tchouaméni's just smashed it in from outside the box. It's just one of those things. The referee was awful, though. Yeah, really disappointing. They only made 1 sub, really? I didn't even notice that. God, imagine if that Rashford free kick went in at the end. Would have been incredible. I haven't looked at the stats, and this is surprising, actually. We've done a lot better than I thought. We've had double the amount of shots. 3 big chances, 2 big chances missed. Of course, expected goals is massively inflated when you've had penalties. But, this it pretty much reflects our performance. We should have scored 2 or 3 goals today, 100%. The Saka one, when he was being hounded by Theo Hernandez and it's just come off his leg. Like, I think in an Arsenal shirt, he probably buries that. I'm not going to lie to you. And it is what it is, I guess. It is really disappointing. It really is. But I guess, what now? I've talked about Southgate. I think he should be gone. If he's not gone and he's given the Euros, I will be disappointed, because that's now 3 tournaments where, yes, we've progressed and done quite well. Quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals. It's not awful. I think a lot of people say he's overrated, but if you look at the history of England, we don't go very far in competitions like these. And of course, we haven't won anything since '66. So I really don't think he's done badly. If I was to give him a rating out of 10, I would say he's done, a solid 7 out of 10 job. Outside and off the pitch, he's done remarkably well with the team. The togetherness is very blatant. You can see that the team enjoy playing together. They enjoy staying at the hotel together. They're a unit. And that is down to Southgate. There's plenty of managers in the past that have split England teams with the rivalries of United and Arsenal and Liverpool. And now, you're looking at players like Kane and Saka who are playing major rivals, right? We've got Tottenham and Arsenal and they're best mates. You've got bromances everywhere. And I love to see that. So credit to Southgate for that. But on the pitch, It's probably a 6 out of 10, isn't it? We haven't played the best football ever, but we've won games and we've done well. But it's time to switch it up. And, you know, there's certain managers out there that are free. I would absolutely love to see Arsene Wenger come in. I know he's talked about doing international management, but no, that's obviously not going to happen. But Thomas Tuchel is potentially available. I reckon he could do very well, although he'd play Mason Mount, wouldn't he? Not really a fan of that. Look, you can throw manager names out there all you want. Ultimately, it's not going to be decided in the next few hours, days. I think, you know, maybe tomorrow we'll see the fallout a little bit more, all the papers and all the news channels and stuff like that. When the dust settles, I'm hoping we're going to get a press conference. And Southgate says, guys, that was it for me. That was my final game. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time as England manager. We've done well as a team, but I'm stepping down. And we can all move on. I will look back with fond memories. We got to the final of the Euros. We got to a quarter-final and a semi-final of the World Cup in the last 2 tournaments. We've beaten the likes of Germany. We've done very well at times, but I will also be looking forward to the future. And I swear, if the next manager fails to get anything going with this team, it's a young squad. We've got the potential. We've got Ballon d'Or winners in our team, for sure. You're telling me Bellingham, Foden, Declan Rice won't win a Ballon d'Or, but he will be one of the best DMs. I'm telling you, there is so much potential there. And I hope we don't regret, again, taking a dump on Southgate, because maybe this is as good as it's going to get for us. But either way, guys, that is the end of Operation England. The World Cup comes to an end. I'll be cheering on Morocco. 100%. I know that's not going to happen. And whilst the Argentina team were a little bit distasteful, especially Messi against Netherlands, I wouldn't mind them going on to win, because I think Messi is the greatest player of all time. And, well, all time, I don't know, I wasn't around to see Maradona and, you know, Pele, but in my generation for sure. And him getting the World Cup would sit well with me. Anyway, just quickly before the end of this video, I did tweet earlier about an issue I had with the Portugal team getting knocked out. And yes, I mentioned Ronaldo in the tweet, but it wasn't just Ronaldo. There was lots of players, and I mean it in a general way. I really like it, even if it's the most heartbreaking moment of your career, which it might well be for Ronaldo. You stay on that pitch and you congratulate the other team. You can sit and be upset, of course. A lot of players will lay on the floor and be upset, and then other players will come over, and that's fine. And you just shake their hand and say congratulations. That's all I meant in that tweet. And I got a lot of abuse today, a lot, because apparently I've got a huge thing anti-Ronaldo. I'm not anti-Ronaldo at all. Go back in all of my videos ever where I've mentioned Ronaldo. One of the best players of all time, okay? For me, the greatest athlete football has ever seen. And I'm not saying he's the greatest footballer, but he's the greatest athlete we've ever seen in the game. And I didn't like the fact that he walked off the pitch and didn't even remotely seem to care what had just happened for the Moroccan players who have just made history. It's a bit of a throwaway comment saying, oh, he's walked off the pitch crying and hasn't said congratulations. And of course, he could easily do that after. But what I meant by that tweet is, for a player like Ronaldo, and let's face it, all the cameras are on him, all the kids are watching for him, to see him upset visibly, but still staying on the pitch, congratulating the players and saying, well done, and then leaving the pitch, I think it would have been a good thing. And that's all I meant by that tweet. And I'm getting hounded for it. And it's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But we saw it with England today. They would have been fuming with the referee, upset that they're out of the World Cup. Some of them might never play in a World Cup again. Some of them obviously will. But they stayed on the pitch. They congratulated the French team, who did nothing wrong. They were absolutely fine, worthy winners. So I just wanted to say that, because it's frustrating if you do tweet out something and, you know, it's difficult with no context at times. I am not saying Ronaldo's an awful human being. I just think it's a classy and it's how to be a sportsman. It's good sportsmanship to stay on the pitch and at least be gracious and you know, even if you are sitting down, because the players would have come to him and said, you know, all the best, good luck, you know, and can I have your shirt? and just say, well done. That's all I meant. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys, And see you in 2 years for Operation England again in the Euros with hopefully a new manager.